Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to K-Drama Hangout. I hope you had a happy new year. So here's your weekly review into your favorite Korean dramas, episode by episode. I'm Melody, and with me I have Kat and Sarai.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so today we're going to be reviewing Oh My Venus, episode 13 and 14. So if you missed the review on episode 11 and 12, please check in the comment box below, and you'll find it there.
Okie dokie, so here's your episode recap in 60 seconds. So Youngko and his stepmother are severely injured when they both attempt to stop his uncle, her brother, from hurting Jun-sung, who was driving Youngko's car. When Jun learns of Youngko's injuries, she goes to the hospital only to be told by Youngko via message to tap tap. The severity of Youngko's injuries cause him to not want to see Jun. Ultimately, she tells him that she refuses and will wait for him to come back to her. A year later, Youngko returns to Korea and finds Jun again. They're finally back together, and it's like nothing has ever happened.
So I loved that part. It wasn't really the ending of episode 14, but it was like, I don't know, I just loved that part, them getting back together.
Me too. I feel like it was a little too simplistic, though. You know, like, it's not K-drama wise.
I thought it was cute though. Like, 'cause I was thinking too, whenever she turned the corner, I was thinking, is that going to be another vision or is that actually him? Like, I was like, is she going to like just knock into him or is she going to walk right through him? And then she knocked into him and I was like, yay! And then I was like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome because it was just like a close up on his face. And I was like, oh my gosh, Soji Sub is so handsome.
For real, he really is. And actually, now that you're talking about the scene, that's actually my OMG moment was when she was like walking. Because prior, she had already seen like another imaginary focus
Yes.
and so when she walked through him, actually like I freaked out. Like I was like, nah, like why did he have to bring him up? And then she turns the corner and there's another one, and I'm like, oh great, there's another imagination. Like we're not gonna figure out how they like get back together. Like we're gonna have to wait even longer. And then she like bumps into him, and when she bumped into him, I freaked out. Like I fangirled so bad. That was like it was really bad.
I loved that jacket he had on too.
Yeah, I like the fact that we had such a sad episode and then it took us back into like some cheerful goodness because the Christmas episode was like really sad. And then we finally got the revamp of the Christmas episode where it's all like happy and stuff, which is good. So I'm glad in that sense, and I like the fact that that scene, Kat, the one that you like so much, it was a really cute moment. And I was just like you. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a ghost. She's gonna walk through him again. And then when it became the real thing, then my eyes popped out, and I was like, oh, really? That's him? That's him?
My oh my gosh moment was when the ex-boyfriend proposed to the ex-best friend.
Ushik.
Yes, Ushik. So whenever they were like sitting down for dinner or whatever, but that was like like not a confusing scene, but there were so many like questions with that scene because whenever she walked in and she was taking off her shoes, she like had like a moment where she like almost fell over or passed out or something. She was really lightheaded or something. And then she got her balance and she was like, I'm gonna go change first. And I don't think he even saw that she like almost fell over. And so she goes and changes and comes back and I was like, is she gonna like I literally thought she was gonna like pass out in front of him. But they start the meal and all and everything. And then he's, talking, he pulls out, and I was like, oh my gosh, is he going to propose? And then he opens the ring, and I was like, oh, that's a really pretty ring. But I'm like, yeah, like that, it was just like, it seemed like a lot really a lot of little things really happened in that scene. So, that was my oh my gosh moment. I was like, oh my gosh, he's proposing.
No, my OMG moment had to do with Henry this time. I cried when Henry went to the hospital to go see Young Ho. and he's just like, Hyung, Hyung, and then he's like crying, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm crying with you. He was such a good actor for that scene, and it really took me there because you know his character is so happy-go-lucky, and you know to be put into this situation was like it melted him down, and I was like, no, Henry, you want a
Henry
hug?
He blew me away with that scene. I was so impressed with him right then. Whenever the second he busted through the door, I was like, oh no, this is not okay. And then he's just like crying and yelling, and I was like, oh baby. I felt like he did so good with that scene.
Does anyone have any predictions about what they think's gonna happen in the final 2 episodes of this show?
Man. I had a prediction, but now that you remind me that there's only 2 episodes left, I don't know if it's something that can pan out and resolve itself in 2 episodes. So my prediction goes back to my oh my gosh moment where he proposed to her, and like in the last like these 2 episodes and the 2 episodes before. So in the last like 4 episodes, we've really seen her start to take a lot of medicine. So I feel like she's in some sort of like serious treatment for something like maybe cancer. Cancer has been like a prominent illness in this drama, so like maybe she's taking meds for cancer or something, cancer treatment. I don't know, but I just find it weird that I feel like that's gonna go somewhere because it has been so prominent in the last few episodes that she's taking meds. So, and she had that like slight almost fainting spell whenever she walked in. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have like a solid prediction. I just feel like that's gonna go somewhere.
I have a prediction now. At first I didn't, but now listening to you, I'm like, oh well, I want to piggyback off your prediction, Melody. I think that it has nothing to do with cancer. I think it has to do with her diet. Because
Yeah.
you know how she got skinny a different way than Joan did. So the way that she got skinnier is probably more harmful, and it involves her taking all that medicine and stuff. So, but I think once she realizes that her new fiance, I'm gonna call him that now, is like on her side and loves her regardless, and I think she'll turn an eye and be healthy.
I also had a question on at one point the doctor was speaking to Young-ho's doctor was speaking to Young-ho's dad and said something about finishing up Young-ho's cancer treatment.
I saw that too. I think it might have just been a translation error though, because isn't his dad the one that has cancer?
Yeah, that's who
Young-ho had cancer as a child though.
Yeah, but I
think it's the father.
Taking medicine.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure if if that's gonna be a twist somewhere that Young-ho has to finish cancer treatment, or if it was a translation error and the doctor was speaking to his dad saying we need to finish your.
I feel like it was a translation error because as I was listening to it, I understood it as like the president, aka him. But then I looked at the translation, it said Young-ho, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the dad. I feel like the dad stopped with everything that was going on with like Young-ho's car accident and everything. I feel like he stopped momentarily so that he could be with his son, because the moment Young-ho went into the hospital, like the dad had the flashback of when he was a kid and how he kind of like left him and put him into surgery when he didn't want to. So I feel like that was him getting his dad instincts back, and I feel like he stopped treatment because of that, because he wanted to be with his son this time around.
It was super nice to see him like smiling too, like whenever Young-ho came back, like perfectly healed and everything, and they had like the reunion dinner with him and his grandma and Young-ho. Like it was so like precious and cute to see his dad like genuinely smiling because he's been so hard and cold the whole time, and his dad was smiling and the grandma was smiling, and she just kept saying, "Oh, Aga, 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 oh, Aga," like she just kept. It was cute. Like I really liked that scene too.
I'm in agreement with both of y'all. I feel like something's wrong with her that we're gonna learn about. But if it is like her having cancer or something, I feel like that would be the ending. It's just me knowing that she has it. Because you know how like there's always this one story and the drama where we never get the ending we want, or we get like new information when they're ending it, and you're like, no, do not
Throw
agree.
your
I
hands
feel like
up.
maybe that. I feel like that might be it.
We'll see. So that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment below on your thoughts and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want to follow any of the reviewers, you'll find their links right down below. Come and hang out with us next week as we review the final 2 episodes of this drama. Oh,
Right.
this is exciting.
Whichever.
Sad but bitter but sweet, yeah. Anyways, until then, keep it dramatic. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, my voice just cut. Bye.
Baby. I felt like he did so good with that scene.
So real.
Sarai, your predictions, aren't you?
Oh.
Oh.
Whoops. Alright. Sorry. I'm back to life. Okay.